Hello.
Hello.
Wow, that was I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I just
I don't know
went
what
with it.
signal that is. Oh, the bat signal. I'm just kidding. Not kidding, because this, we'll get into it. Welcome. This is week 5 of our news Dumpy, because we're the NgoVo Convo podcast, where two stupids make a hype.
Hype.
Right.
It's hype this week.
Because I'm right. I said hype.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because it's hype this week.
Yeah, it's hype. I'm one of your hosts, Veronica Vo. I'm joined by Harrison No. He's that way. Yep.
Over here. She's over there.
He's right there.
Boom.
Yeah.
If you're watching
And
on
if
YouTube,
you're new here, we both just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from anime to comics. But also, we have a never-ending backlog that needs to be cleaned out. And it continues after every news Dumpy, I think.
just keeps adding.
Yeah, it just keeps adding. Some would say this is conversing. Like
NgoVo
No.
Convo?
Yeah.
NgoVo Convo? Spelled right above my head.
Yeah. You beat me to it.
Hmm.
As always.
Test
If
it.
no one has caught on to that yet. I think they need to rewatch everything.
Even I don't know when it started, but let's.
Yeah, I know. You can watch every episode on youtube.com or listen to it as a podcast by searching NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. We're on 10 different platforms. Only 10. All 10. All 10. And as always, our news Dumpy, we usually don't spoil anything, but if we do, just skip over it. We'll probably say it beforehand. You know the drill.
Maybe.
Everyone knows the drill.
I hope so.
But yeah, let's get into it. Week 5 is January 29th through February 4th. Basically the last week of January.
Yeah.
Beginning
Pretty
of
much
February.
end of the month.
That like awkward spacing where it's like the end of January but like the beginning of February. Yeah. Where January feels like it's like 40 days when it's not.
And then February is like
20 days. Yeah, let's get into pop culture. So, Showtime and Paramount Plus is going to be merging into one streaming service.
Showtime had a streaming service?
Yes, they did.
Oh.
It was attached to Hulu and Amazon.
I hate this world that we live in right now.
Yeah. So they're going to rebrand and like reset. So we'll see where that goes. I've had Paramount Plus for like 1 month.
Yeah. Was it okay?
It was okay. I believe it's all of the CBS and MTV shows. Yeah, so like, I think Survivor, Love Island UK, like Teen Wolf, it's all like on there.
Oh, it's all in there. Okay.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, and other like the Survivor, all the other stuff. Yeah.
I see.
We're not really big sports fan, but I feel like everyone should know this name. But Tom Brady retired or re-retired
like
for real this time.
No,
for real.
we say for real this time, but last time wasn't it like a couple weeks or was it a month? I can't remember. It was so
like
short.
A month.
Yeah, it was like a month. I think it was a month, almost 2 maybe. But and
No,
then he
for real.
announced that he was coming back. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I think that one season really hurt him because he was not doing so well.
No, and again, like I think that's just the thing where he should have just stayed retired because then he would have came out. He would have stayed on top, right? But now it's that classic tries to go back in, and it's like
and fails.
It's like that magic's gone, right? Because there's so much more. I mean, it's always
talent.
the same. It's always the same whenever like they always switch over teams, right?
Yeah.
Like, but it's always better talent, and it's just
I mean, he had that magic when he initially moved. He won them a football Super Bowl.
Yes.
Like 2019 or something, but
yeah, in 2019, but yeah.
Yeah, well, he retired for real. He posted on Instagram.
Classic.
He was like, I'm really retiring. I was like, finally, because Giselle's voodoo dolls stopped working on you.
Is that also why he was more active on TikTok all of a sudden?
I think so, yeah.
I actually think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And our favorite streaming service, Netflix. So they have this anti-password thing that was supposed to launch this week, right? So on Netflix website, it accidentally slipped that their anti-password sharing started. Not even 24 hours later, they took that off and said that it was a mistake, a slip up for the US. So, so they removed the rule, and they're like, yeah, we'll, get back to you on this anti-password sharing
What I really
fiasco.
hope is they never touch it again.
I hope so, because this new one, you have to be in the home device has to be attached to the Wi-Fi of that main
Like the
person
IP address.
paying.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why are they sticking us in our own homes and like forcing us to stay at home?
It's weird that it started because Netflix started because it was trying to be more convenient than like Blockbuster and other rental services. You can watch
it at a different spot. Like, they were like, that's what they advertised it.
Convenience, and now it's the most inconvenient streaming service in my opinion.
Yeah.
With all
and somehow they still get shows and movies.
If they pull it, no, it's just because they got all those deals ahead of time, right? I think now we'll see how it goes after, but I don't think they understand. Like, probably the higher people don't realize that the market, like everything's different right now, and they're not if they did this years ago, maybe it would be okay, maybe.
Yeah.
But there's so many more options now that it's kind of a joke.
It's like there's like literally like a billion other options.
Yeah. Not saying that they're better. I'm just saying there's other options.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, Disney Plus was so shady about this that they're like, go ahead and share your password with anyone. They literally like said that the next day. They're like, go ahead and share it. Family style.
That's as long as you keep paying. As long as you keep paying.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's interesting. Hope they never touch that ever again. Anti-password sharing.
Yeah. And just hearing like, I think I saw someone on Reels or TikTok, but like the man was like, I'm canceling my Netflix because I called in, checking in, and like he's like, I canceled it because I realized that my college daughter, who would not be with us for like months on end,
for like 9 months,
is not considered a part of the household.
Yeah.
Because she can't verify all that shit. I'm like, damn, yeah, that's stupid. It's like things like that.
Yeah, absolutely stupid. But let's get into the weeby stuff. The anime stuff. Just a little bit, little sprinkle here and there. Given, I don't know if you've seen this, it's like a music like boy love anime. Made me cry when I watched it. But the manga is ending March 30th. And then there's like an important announcement after. I'm gonna assume there's gonna be a season 2 because there's a season 1 and a movie.
Gotcha.
So they're probably gonna do season 2 now that the manga will end next month.
I see.
Summoned to Another World again is scheduled for April 8th.
Let me guess. It's an isekai?
Yes, it is. And it is a male character surrounded by furry ladies.
Again?
Again?
Actually, I don't even know if that's again. At this point, I just assume it's the case. But
I'm gonna assume it's again.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I think
Heavenly Delusion is scheduled for April 2023 on Disney Plus. Disney Plus, yes.
Interesting. So that means Hulu for US.
Yeah, that means Hulu for US. Because you know how that works.
Yes, we now know how it works.
Now we know how it works.
After Bleach and Tokyo Revengers, I figured it out. It's not Disney. I mean, it's Disney, but not Disney.
But it's Hulu.
Yes.
Because Hulu's owned by Disney. It's a whole huge thing. The Duke of Death and His Maid, Season 2, scheduled for July 2023. Season 1's on Crunchyroll, so this will be on Crunchyroll.
Have you seen this?
I've seen the first 2 episodes, and I've read the first, 3 chapters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Recommend.
I guess the premise of it is that he's cursed, and so if he touches someone, they die.
Duke of Death. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then the only person that would even go near him is his maid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty interesting.
Cool. Interesting.
My Happy Marriage, the anime, is also scheduled for July 2023. I actually read this manga.
Huh.
It's pretty cute.
It's cute.
It's pretty
Nice.
interesting. Yeah.
I probably won't
I think
read
it's
it,
set in like, I don't know. It's set back then because they're wearing like
Kimonos.
older type like style clothes.
Oh, okay.
And like they have like older like family kind of like structure and stuff. Yeah.
I said
Basically,
kimono,
the
but I
girl.
just assumed this was in Japan, but I wasn't sure now. all of a
No,
sudden
yeah,
it's like-
it is. And then the
Okay.
girl's just like being treated really badly.
Wait,
It's kind
Is
of like
this-
a mixture of like Cinderella.
is this
and,
the one
like,
where her family treats her like
shit?
shit?
Yeah.
But then her husband doesn't, or the husband doesn't look. Seems like he's an asshole, but not.
Not yeah.
Oh my
You've
god, I saw a
probably
clip
seen
of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it. It's good. I think it's
Okay.
still ongoing, but I stopped.
Oh my god, I literally just said I probably won't read it. Then I'm like, wait, is this the one? I was actually kind of like curious. Damn. Okay.
Now you
I take
have
it
to
back.
read.
I take it back.
You take it back. Well, One Piece is actually having a live action like show, I think, and
Yeah.
it starts in this year in 2023 on Netflix.
Yeah.
And so they have the whole cast.
Mhm.
The main cast has been casted, and I think they're just gonna just go for it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel.
I saw some stills. I saw some promo pics.
Yeah.
I mean, again, for compared to some other ones, I guess I thought Bleach was decent, but there's not much crazy stuff you can do, right?
Yeah.
Well, One Piece, I feel like the environment and everything, like for sets and everything, they kind of had to go all out. So it looks like good production.
I feel like looking at Chopper would scare me in live action.
Oh,
You know, because Chopper's like
yeah. Oh, that would be weird.
not
Actually,
real.
that's weird.
Like an
I mean,
animal. Like I can't.
kinda
I don't
curious
know
how
how.
they handle that.
Yeah.
Huh. I've seen the fan base and the internet kind of divided on. I mean, it's the typical like, oh, it's gonna be live action, it's gonna be bad. I'm like, yeah, I mean, most likely yes, but
Yeah.
it looks good. Even I think it looks good. Like it looks solid.
It does
So,
look good
yeah.
from the stills. Yeah.
There's a lot more promotion on this, and then people keep like, oh, this is an actor. I'm like, no, Oda's on this. He's like helping on this, is he
Oh,
not?
yeah, he's helping. Yeah.
So, we'll see.
I mean, he doesn't need to make any more money. He makes enough off the manga.
He does.
He makes enough off of the anime.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't need the live action.
So if it tanks, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal, yeah.
Because we always know the source is gonna be better anyway.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Spy Family, the movie and season 2 is actually scheduled to release in the fall of 2023 from Wit Studio. So we'll...
Excited.
You can watch our review of both parts of season 1.
Cough, cough.
Cough, cough.
Should totally do it.
Yeah, do it. Hell's Paradise, it's gonna be streaming on Netflix and Crunchyroll April 2023. This is one of the ones that's like really hype for me because I think the manga looks really good.
Okay.
Yeah. All I can say is that it's about ninjas, so I think you.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the. I think I've seen.
This is like the ninja
The
like
ninja.
monster one.
Okay. Yes, I
Yeah.
have seen this. I was gonna ask. I was like, I'm hyped. I think if it's the same one I'm
Yeah.
thinking of. Also, really quick, we said you can watch the review for Spy Family.
Oh wait.
That comes out on Wednesday
Oh yeah.
as we
on your
drop this
schedule.
episode. Cough, cough.
Cough, cough.
Did we mention? Or we'll mention that later.
Oh, yeah. Demon Slayer season 3. There was a teaser for it, and it's scheduled for April 2023. We do know certain voice actors for certain people for season 3.
We don't say it because it could be a spoiler on who's
It
who.
could be a spoiler. Yeah.
So
If you're curious, just go on Twitter. It's
It's on there.
circulating there. But we're both really excited. for
yes.
Season 3.
Oh, I can't wait. Wait, so this is dropping April, and is Attack on Titan dropping March?
Yes, Attack on Titan is also dropping in March.
So it's stagnated? Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm hyped. That's cool.
Marvel. Just one little update. It's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. There is a deleted scene, and it's on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's added.
So if you haven't seen it, if you didn't see it in theaters, it's now on Disney Plus.
Go watch
I
it.
believe the deleted scene is on YouTube.
It should be.
I should be.
I forget. Did you watch it?
I have not.
Okay.
I've seen clips of it on TikTok, but I have not fully watched.
And I couldn't tell if it actually added to that subplot because I thought that subplot was weak. So.
Oh. We'll see.
Yeah.
I usually deleted clips don't bother me too much.
No.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I'm gonna hand DC off to Harrison.
Okay.
Harrison, just suit up, I guess. Go ahead, talk about DC.
I'm actually doing news today, boys and girls. Look at me. I've changed.
You're a changed man.
James Gunn came out on Tuesday. I forgot. Earlier this week.
Tuesday.
Yes, earlier this week to discuss his plans. Finally discuss the plans and what the layout is for the new. What is he calling it? Just the new DC, essentially the new DC DCU, right? Okay.
Yeah, DCU. Yeah.
But, and I didn't want to butcher that because it's so weird. But this is finally so. Okay, where do we start with this? Okay, so I guess just to start off, we'll go for all the other projects, I think.
Yes.
So let's say everything prior to this. So we're going to talk about stuff that's not technically in his universe.
But will lead up into his
lead
universe.
up. Yes.
Yeah.
So Batman 2 is in the works and releasing in 2025. And that's separate. And then I think he also I saw this thing pop up as well, and it was interesting because people kept clamoring for Dave Bautista to play as Bane. But it's actually cool because they work together with Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's like, he'll have to hook up. And he was like, oh, maybe we could do that. And then Dave Bautista's like, no, you should start from scratch. He was like, push for a younger, fresher actor, like someone that's younger than me. And it's like,
because they're gonna go for 10 years at least.
No, I think he knew that because it's like he already had to do it for Marvel.
Yeah.
Kind of. So it's like the idea of like, oh, this is gonna be a long endeavor. Like people like him like as that now, and I get it. He has like the build. I'm sure he could do it.
I mean, he definitely does. I mean, if Tom Hardy can do it,
yeah, Batista could definitely do it. No problem. Yeah. But so that's just kind of a part of that, maybe. And then Robert Pattinson's the Batman, and I always say his name wrong. Joaquin. Okay.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix. Their stories will continue as the multiverse stories known as DC Elseworld project. So this is kind of like people are saying anything besides Gunn's project, like the main quote unquote main line.
Yeah.
Is now Elseworld, which is really cool. I personally think that's a cool play because that's DC's that's an actual universe that people end up doing, like different versions of Batman, different versions of Superman. So this gives the DC reason of why certain things happen. So the Snyderverse is probably considered an Elseworld project at this point, or would be. So
it would be, yeah. He didn't even touch on that, but
no, he didn't. But this is what people speculate online. This is the reasoning going forward of if they make something outside like the Batman, that's an Elseworld.
It's going to be something.
But it's still going to confuse people. It's still going to confuse common moviegoers 100%. Yeah. So I thought that was Batman. It is. But there's not the same reasoning. So again, I don't know if he said this, but Aquaman 3 is also in the works as Jason wanted a trilogy. I think that would technically be outside the scope of Gunn's, right?
I think so, yeah. This is what his co-chair said, Peter.
Yeah. That's right. Peter said that. Because then because Gunn also released a video. This is how we found out the announcement. He just went through the news and explained everything. Because the last thing before his is The Flash, I believe, right? Or no? Technically, timeline-wise, maybe?
Yeah, The Flash. Actually, Blue Beetle.
Or was it Blue Beetle? Okay, there was Blue Beetle. Yes.
Yeah.
But all of those projects are still happening. I think that's what he's trying to get his point across. Flash is still happening, but it's supposed to reset the universe. They're using that as a reset button,
which is smart.
Which is smart because that's what it is. That's what it was for the comics. Actually, Flashpoint was considered a reset point as well.
Yeah.
And it jump started the New 52. So now the big stuff.
Are you getting into juicy stuff?
Yes. So James Gunn said like for essentially the DC plan is going to be split into movies and TV shows, and they're going to call it chapters. Like unlike phases, it's chapters.
Chapters.
Wow. But the first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. So that's really cool.
That's cool.
I was like, ooh, I like that. So all the movies, because originally it was like by order of like release on the Twitter, which kind of was too jumbled up. So we're just going to break it up by movie and TV show. Yeah. So for movies, there are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to, I don't know if this is the order that they're going to release it, but this is just like how most people have been like
looking at
it in a sense. So, and this is how I think this is the order he talked about it. I don't remember. But one, I don't remember now. But Superman Legacy will release in 2025. So that will be the first movie. I remember that one being the first movie for sure. So that's going to jumpstart the whole universe and everything. And Henry Cavill will not be Superman. They talked about it. He even gave his other thing about that too.
They didn't. So Gunn just didn't hire him.
Yeah. I think that was the difference. It's like he wasn't fired, but he was never hired.
He wasn't hired. Yeah.
Yeah, for the project.
Which I get. I guess.
I think it's good because you want to separate from whatever just happened, and this is your new like mainline DC.
I just feel bad for that new actor. He's got a lot to fill.
I mean, we say that, but in all honesty, Cavill didn't really do too much as Superman either. We all just assumed that he was underutilized. That's the thing. We all agree he was underutilized.
Yeah.
And maybe he was worked better with the new Justice League, but again, that's what I'm saying. Like overall, he was a very quiet Superman. But
I mean, whoever's brave enough to be Superman.
Yeah, brave. Like the Brave and the Bold.
Oh, that's a good.
Look at you. Look at you.
Look at me.
So that's gonna be the new Batman movie, The Brave and the Bold. Dude, he's pulling all these like little, like nods to like other comic lines and titles and stuff. It's so cool. But Brave and the Bold will feature a new Batman and also a Robin, which they're deciding to use Damian Wayne. So
yeah.
Spoiler alert: Batman has a kid.
If you didn't know.
I know. Just realized.
You didn't know.
But they're skipping over all the other Robins. So we don't know if this is good, but this is just assuming like we don't know if Nightwing's just gonna be older or like this like if they're pulling the same like Batman's older again, but probably not as old as Batman v Superman. Yeah. Because he still has Damian, right? So, but there's that, and then next movie, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So they're finally incorporating Supergirl. So I think they're doing the L family as like a big anchor at this point.
With the Batman family.
With the Bat, yeah.
I think so.
And he wants to push the Bat fam, so that's actually cool too. Like he wants to pull in all the like the other, here like Nightwing, Red Hood. Like I'm saying these names, but I don't know how he's introducing them. So, but that's the exciting part. He wants to incorporate the Bat fam, and I think that's what most people like Batman, but a lot more people like the Bat family.
The family, yeah.
Like more interested in the Bat family because Bruce is cool. He's like super OP honestly as a human, but it's cool to see the interactions, and I think that's what gives.
But I think we've had so many Batmans or versions that I think the family being introduced is probably the best way to go for DCU, just to introduce more characters and kind of split, into like chapter 2 or 3 or whatever they want to go for.
Yeah. No, I agree. So there's that. Supergirl, The Authority, which is going to be a movie, and it's kind of weird because it's also a group. And I don't know too much about it. I think let me see. Let me pull this up real quick.
I don't either, but they look scary.
Because the characters are based off of the Stormwatch comics, I think, or Stormwatch something, I can't remember, but I tried to look into this and I couldn't figure out.
Couldn't figure anything out?
Oh, no, I could, but it was just like weird because I think this is a more of a cosmic thing. And it was like, I guess I was more curious on how they're going to incorporate this. into the current stuff or introductions. So we'll see about that.
I mean, we'll see. It could be one of the last movies to end the chapter.
It could.
So I don't know. Yeah.
And then the last movie listed though is Swamp Thing. So that's the monster part.
the monster part.
So I mean that's cool. I mean Swamp Thing's cool as a character. I think he's been getting more mainstream popularity in the last decade, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's more talked about now.
He is, because he used to just be like I'd say he's just a typical bad guy that people just flip on, but then he's actually more of like an in between. I wouldn't say
like an anti-hero.
Maybe,
right?
Yeah, kind of.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, but that's cool. That's interesting. I thought it'd be a show, but if they're doing a movie, I'm curious on the impact. Right, they gotta show some kind of tie. So.
It's James Gunn. He loves to tie everything together.
Yes, he
some
does.
way, somehow. So we'll see.
So that's all the movies. So now with the TV shows, there's Creature Commandos, and that's going to be an animated TV show. And these guys, so there's two things. I don't think they're going to do the first version. The first iteration was like based off of World War II characters, and they were like making like Frankenstein's monsters and stuff like in the past. Like these were the like, genetically created heroes in a sense, right? Back then, but they became more monsters and stuff, I think, if anything. While the new one is based off of maybe it's like the quote unquote modern era, but New 52 version, which is kind of a combination of that. Well, New 52 was Frankenstein and the agents of something, I can't remember, but it was like I think Shade, but it consisted of the same like monsters. It's like Frankenstein,
so it's
the
just
mummy,
like all the monsters,
werewolf, like a werewolf, a vampire. So that's the idea, right?
All the creatures, basically.
All the creatures,
hence the name.
Yeah, man. I think because I don't remember if the vampire was a man bat or a version of man bat. So, but that's the idea. Like these are the creatures of like the typical like Halloween
in like
stuff,
like Halloween
horror
movies
and
stories and movies. Okay.
Yeah, but then there's like the quote unquote modern era where this was the weird one, but I can kind of see it where they were under the control of Kandorians. So and then they were stuck on Brainiac's ship, so they had to be free of the mind control to like actually be okay with Superman, and then like that's how the group forms. It's kind of weird. So. But that's the whole Creature Commandos.
That's cool.
That'd be cool. Then Amanda Waller is getting a TV show.
Yeah, she is.
But this one's set between season 1 and 2 of Peacemaker.
Yeah.
But she's using her because I guess he likes. I mean, Peacemaker's his thing, so of course he would like be like, "No, this is fine. No need to reset that."
I think Viola Davis likes playing Amanda too.
She's good at it. I think she's really good at it. So I'm okay with it. So she's getting her own show. Lanterns. This is the one that I was very surprised, but I had a feeling I was oh, they want to make it good. So Lanterns is going to be a detective-esque show.
Yeah,
but especially the space detectives, because it's going to include, I think I saw this, and I might be wrong, but I saw it was going to include Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Yes, that's what I saw too.
Okay, cool. So I saw that and I was like, dude, that's interesting. It's introduced to two big favorites. There are other favorite lanterns, but these favorites. Are the big ones, right? But it's supposed to be more detective-esque, so that'll be interesting. It'll be cool.
I like that a lot. As a TV show, I think it'll be really good.
I think as a TV show, it'll be good. I think that they're playing it safe and making a show first versus a movie.
A movie, yeah.
No, that was a smart.
We know how that first one goes.
Yes. Smart move. Booster Gold is a cult favorite. Like very.
It is.
He's really funny as a character because I forget. Was he the mentor to Blue Beetle or was he like just working alongside Blue Beetle? I can't remember all of a sudden. But
I don't remember, but I remember him
associated.
being super funny.
Yeah.
He's super funny.
Because he's so stupid as a person. But he's like the most like mundane person, but somehow gets these crazy powers. Or like this ability to like it's weird. Like I'm not gonna say too much because I think knowing it ahead of time may like dampen the mood, like, the funniness, and like that. Yeah. So we'll see. That would be cool. I'm very glad they're making a show. And then Paradise Lost. So that's the Wonder Woman.
Yes, that is the Wonder
focused.
Woman.
I don't know if it's
TV
Wonder Woman,
show.
but it's like the show based on the island and like the
It's basically
Amazonians.
it's basically Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
And I
basically.
believe Gal Gadot will be coming back. I think that's what James Gunn said.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I think, yeah. So
Or in the works.
see. Or it's in the works, kind
Yeah.
of. Wow,
all that
that was a lot of
DC.
DC stuff.
For once.
Finally.
For once. No, I'm
For
excited.
once.
I'm hyped. This will be cool. I'm low-key hyped. Because this
No, me
could
too.
be weird. But I'm yeah.
But they have a direction now.
It's just having a
have a
direction. The
direction.
closest thing we had to direction and being combined was honestly, it was the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
But this sounds more coherent and safe. I don't know what it is.
And I think James Gunn, he loves the source material. Like, he
Yes.
sticks right to it. Especially with Guardians. Like he stuck to the storyline.
Just to add, like the group that he's working with on this stuff, he's calling them right now the architects.
Yeah.
But these guys, it's like some of these names are like top tier, like famous comic book writers. And it's not just for DC. Like these guys work on like Marvel and like other stuff.
and-
Like it's big. So he's got a solid group from the looks of it.
Yeah. And he says DCU, the phases or chapters are better than MCU. So we'll see. We'll see when 2025 happens.
We'll see.
see,
So
we'll see.
in 2 years.
2 years, we'll see.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Wow. Thanks for all the DC news.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow. Other shows and movies? We only have 2 really big items.
Mhm.
So if you remember Up, Doug, the dog.
The dog.
And
yeah.
Carl. Well, it's now, there's a new little like short series. It's called Doug Days, Carl's Date. So Doug is helping Carl go on his first date after Ellie's death. So I think it'll be really cute. It's coming out February 10th, right before Valentine's Day.
So it's a tearjerker.
So I think it'll be a tearjerker. I might watch it, leave it on the side.
Yeah.
Hear Doug be stupid. The Woman King is actually going to be on Netflix February 16th. This is like the African woman warriors that Viola Davis plays.
Yep.
She actually won a couple awards last year for this movie.
Yep.
So
I remember.
it's highly rated too
Yes.
on Rotten Tomato, I believe. So
Too bad I don't have Netflix.
I do, but I don't really want it anymore. Due to the anti-password sharing. And oh my goodness, there's gaming news that I'm gonna give to you.
Wow. That's
Wow.
weird. What an
What
episode.
is this? What kind
episode.
of episode is
I just
this?
thought these were just the bigger ones and that they kind of pertain to some of the
kinda
stuff
what?
we talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hogwarts Legacy comes out February 10th, but if you get like a version, you can access it 30 days earlier, which I do, so I'll be doing that. I'm out. But it's supposed to be more open world, and it's like the first, I think, open world Hogwarts game in a long time, Harry Potter game in a while.
Yeah, I
But
think
this
so.
game is set like 100 years, I think, before the events of everything.
Of everything? Oh,
Of everything.
okay.
So it's a prequel to a lot more things. So it has the flexibility to like just do whatever. But the game, it's been revealed that it will take about 40-ish to 100 hours with all the side stuff, but 40-ish hours to complete the game.
We're completionists, so I'm sure.
So I will probably be leaning more towards the 100.
I should get this game.
It looks cool. You should look into it. It looks pretty interesting.
Oh,
It's third person, so it's not first person, so you won't
oh,
get
thank
motion
God, I
sick.
won't get to- yeah.
Yeah, it's on Steam. So cough.
Add it to my cart
Yeah.
wish list.
Yeah. Then there's Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This is the sequel to Fallen Order. It was
This
supposed to come
really
out.
hyped last year.
Yes, and I'm still waiting. Like because it was supposed to come out I think March,
Mhm.
mid March, but they are delaying it 6 weeks to April 20th.
I
or
guess
28th.
just to like
just clean it up.
Clean
Honestly,
it up. Yeah.
because when the game first dropped, when the first one did, like the initial drop for the first game, it was really buggy and it was kind of like a mess. But then I played it tail end, like, or once it was
Like
established,
they like
like
started
they fixed everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I played it, it was fine. But yeah. So
I guess it sucks for the people that started early because then they had to go through all that.
yeah. So that was the unfortunate part. But that's probably why they're delaying it. I know some people have been like, why not delay it like a few more days to get made a 4th?
Oh yeah, they should.
They should have, but I think usually Star Wars stuff, if they wanted to get highlighted in that day, because Star Wars usually highlights a lot of stuff that day, so they're probably trying to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
To then get promoted more, essentially. Wolverine, it's not a game that was like, I think announced a couple years ago now, but it was like, or maybe last year, I don't remember. Super recent. It was teased because it was, people thought it was going to be they thought it was going to be a different Avengers game or like different type of Marvel game. Because the initial trailer, it just came after, we thought it was going to be Spider-Man or something, right? Another Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
But then it was revealed that it was going to be Wolverine. And that, he hasn't had a game in like 2 decades. Like, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over a decade for sure. So, but now it's revealed that it's probably targeting a mature audience rating. So it's going to be dark.
Blood!
It's going to be... Well, I mean, teen games get blood now, apparently. So this is
I
gonna
didn't know that.
Yeah. So mature games, the bar is so weird. Like
It's different.
yes, but Wolverine, if it's targeting mature, it's gonna be like super like hardcore. So it'd be
Oh dear God.
be cool. I mean, the man has like 2-3 claws on each
he
hand.
has,
So
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
His last game was M2 actually, so it was really funny.
Oh
Because
my God.
but it was based off it was supposed to be based off the movie, but it wasn't even based off the movie, which made it good.
To be detached from the movie wouldn't
But I
be
think it
too
was
bad.
called like mix. I think it was called like Wolverine X-Men Origins or something. It was tied to the Origins one.
Oh.
I think that's what it was.
Wow.
So it was weird. Because I remember
But had
one
nothing
of
to do with the movie.
it probably had story beats, but like barely. Because then I think one of my friends back then in high school, he played it. He's like, the guy was Mormon, so he didn't know it was gonna be that bad.
Oh no!
Because they saw them, and he was okay with it, but his family was not.
I'm sure his family's like, what's going on?
No, they hit that game so hard, and then they found out.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was really funny. And then let's say 2 good games.
Okay.
2 good games came out, and it was like Dead Space was like a spooky game. I don't know if you ever watch it. I don't know if your fiance would ever play it. If you hear a train, that's on my side. It's not yours, so don't worry about it. Look at the mirror just in case. Hold up. Dead Space they got a remake, and it was received very well. I'm a bitch when it comes to scary games, so
I was gonna say it's a horror, so you're not gonna get into it, right?
Yeah, I know. I've tried watching. I can watch people play it though, so I'll probably just end up watching.
But
it.
not like
I used
because
because my brother played the first 2, and I like low key watched him sometimes. So
I'd be shitting my pants if it was horror.
But then there's this other game that's called Hi-Fi Rush, and it's a action. What is it called? I forgot what these games are called, but like it's musically based in that like it's played like with the beat. So so it's like 3D. You run around. You can still fight stuff like normal, but it's a rhythm game. It's a rhythm game. That's what it is.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
like you can do better if you hit on the right beat.
On the right notes.
Or it's just beats, because it's Guitar Hero, you have to worry about notes and stuff. But this one's just like, you just have to play with the rhythm, so like it'll go with you for a bit, and it's like a little bit more endearing. But the funny part is more the developers that made this was also making horror games. I forgot it was Evil Within, I think. But they just switched, and people love this game because it's like what $30-$40, and it's like super fun, Hi-Fi Rush, but it's like sort of anime-esque aesthetics. But they have a lot of like memes that like address like
that
refer to other apparently there's like a JoJo meme at some point.
Oh my God.
It looks cool. I was like, damn, I'm really interested in getting this game. So
I have to look into that.
yeah, it looks pretty cool. and it's super anime pro tag. Not super, but it's like super like cheesy pro tag, if anything.
Okay.
So
the good stuff, basically. Yeah.
Then Halo's dead. That's all I wanted to say. I mean, I think we talked about the layoffs and stuff, but like Halo then finally came out. Like the 343 finally came out. They're like, they're gonna make a new game. Halo Infinite was supposed to be their 10-year project, but it was so jacked up, so jank that they're like, oh, we have to restart. So see you in 5 years.
Oh my god.
We assume they didn't say 5 years, but we all assume.
But you're gonna assume it's gonna be 5 years.
Yeah.
That's great.
Anyway.
Wow. Thanks for the news. We actually split our news this week.
I'm surprised.
Just kidding. It was just a lot of news. I think coming out at the end of.
Yeah, I think it was just end of January. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that we have DC news. That means we're gonna pump out DC one. Stuff. I guess
that's the biggest one. I'm excited.
That is the biggest one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have anything else. You don't have anything else. I'm gonna close this out with thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook at NgoVo Convo, NgoVo Convo. Logo's above Harrison's head. I think it's that way.
Yes.
Okay. I can point. Yeah. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and notification bell to get updates for when we upload.
Nice.
Thank you. And subscribe. It's a big red button below me. Let us know how we're doing. What do you want to see next? We actually have a new schedule out. We'll just tell you in the next main episode. And if you have been seeing us on YouTube Shorts, TikTok Reels.
Cough. Give it a like.
Subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. What do you want to see next? You know, all the good stuff. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.